How y'all doing?
Josh, you finished your first 40 and kind of let out some emotion there. Just what was going through your mind when you found out what your time was?
Just a lot of emotions. It's been a long journey for me in this process of getting ready for this day. A lot of doubts from a lot of people that don't think I can run fast, thinking I'm a 4.6, possibly a 4.7. And I just had that fire in me to prove everybody wrong, anybody that thought that I was going to run slow. So that's the type of mentality I had today.
Josh, you seem to kind of embrace that underdog mentality ever since you stepped foot on campus. Just what has this last few years just been like for you leading up to this moment, and when did it really hit you that you're preparing for the NFL draft?
After the season, it definitely hit me. After traveling to Pensacola, I trained in Exos in Florida for about 6 weeks, and then I finished it off in Arizona at their Exos facility. So it was a 8-week stint of me just training 2 times a day, changing my diet, really focus on drinking a gallon, and focus on the intangibles of staying healthy and recovery and stuff of that nature. But as far as walking on campus with the underdog mentality, I already knew it was going to be this type of journey. By the way, I came into LSU. I understand what LSU means to the state of Louisiana and the respect that they give the players here and the pride that they have for the team. So I knew I didn't necessarily want to be given any type of leeway or any type of chance. I wanted to earn everything I got, and I feel like as time has gone on, I have.
Yeah, Josh, I mean, obviously today was the big one for you, but just in terms of conversations you've had with teams, what have they told you about yourself, or just what has been the message maybe you've wanted to convey to those teams that are thinking about, maybe getting you, or just whatever that process is like?
A lot of teams have all said all positive things to me. A lot of teams wanted to see how I would perform today. I haven't talked to them since, but for me personally, the process has been great. Just taking everything with a grain of salt, just taking it day by day. It's my first and only time going through this process, so I'm just taking everything, going with the flow, essentially.
Josh, some of your former teammates have signed some big contracts in the NFL, and they've quickly succeeded. Why do you think you can as well, and what is it about this place that prepares you to do that?
LSU, I truly believe that it prepares you for the NFL, not only with the competition day in and day out of practice and the scheduling, but also each and every weekend you're playing in some of the top competition in the nation. So I think just subconsciously you get used to the type of schedule that is similar to the NFL. I'm not saying it's the same, but I'm just saying that I believe that LSU puts us in a great position to translate our game into the next level.
Josh, you had a 42-inch vertical during pro day. Did you know you can jump that high?
No, I did not. Honestly, the highest I got, and honestly, I didn't really even work vertical as much as you would think. I started off day one with a 36 and kind of just worked my way up, but I never hit 40 or 42. I think it was more so adrenaline and just really primed and ready for today. Exos is a great facility for me, and I think I gelled well with their work and what we did.
John, you had a great workout, obviously. The numbers speak for themselves, but to finally have this day and to have the performance that you had, what emotion are you feeling right now?
It's a dream come true. You work hard for 8 weeks straight for one day, and you almost put everything on that one day, and it could be stressful, it could be nerve-wracking, but to fight past that fear to get what you want is worth it to me. So, yeah.
Josh, question about one of your teammates. Will, there's all this conversation around his arm length and such, but you've seen him play for a few years now. What would a team that drafts Will Campbell be getting?
A team that drafts Will Campbell will be getting a bona fide leader, a guy that's going to show up early, he's going to leave late, he's going to stand up to any nonsense that goes around the team. You got a dog, a true competitor that's going to fight every single rep. And I don't know too much about arm lengths and things of that nature, but I do know that Will is a freak of an athlete and that he's a special athlete and guy on the football field. So he's our number 7. So I always think that Will should be not discredited for anything.
Josh, I know Garrett's a year early to this process, just he being out there with the receivers and yourself, like, how cool is that for him, and how good is it for him to put himself out there in front of all these scouts and coaches and GMs a year early?
I think it's great for Garrett. I mean, I'm super excited for him this season. He can really throw the ball. He's really smart. He's a leader too. He's stepping into his second year as a starting role, so I'm super excited with what we have going in. I've been watching a couple practices here in spring ball. It's been all good things from Garrett.
Mason Taylor also had an outstanding pro day as well. What can you see about him throughout his time at LSU, and what do you think teams will be getting if they do draft Mason Taylor?
Guy has a pedigree of a Hall of Fame father, first of all. But secondly, Mason is calm and collected. He shows up every day and he does what he's asked. He doesn't cause any problems on and off the field, and his routes are insane for a tight end, in my opinion. And he can also block off the edge. So I think Mason is a steal. I mean, he's pretty solid, in my opinion.
Going back to yourself, Josh, what are NFL teams going to get out of you when you go to their franchise? And also, how well do you think today has positioned you to become an NFL draftee?
For me, personally, NFL draft, if an NFL team picks me up to their team, they'll be getting a guy that's going to be very focused, very humble, and very determined to make that team first and foremost. Second of all, I'm the type of guy to not worry about personal accolades. I'm just here to do what's asked of me. I want to show everybody what I can do on the next level and that I'm deserved to be there. But at the end of the day, I'm very humble and very wanting to earn things. So, yeah.
Are you going to earn another degree before you get out of here?
How
many do you have so far?
I have two. I only have two. I have my marketing degree in business, and I have my master's of business administration, my MBA. I haven't really decided yet. I've been really focused on this process and trying to get through this last season and finish strong with this day. But in the future, I definitely can see myself getting more degrees. I enjoyed school here at LSU, especially with the athletics and how we did things here. So I'm excited for the future, but not as of right now. Good. Thank y'all.